The SEC's meeting has been canceled and it pushed the price down of XRP. We're going to talk about the latest news, including Torres. We've got some Bitcoin fears that's pulling the rest of the market down and taking the volume down with it, along with the United States pausing, but we have Canada and Bank of England saying, no, we're going to lower rates now. The U.S. is going to be left behind.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Hola, mi amigos. It's Dora. No, it's not. It's Crypto with Klaus. And oh, do we got a lot of things to go over in today's video. But you know the deal. Your comments come first. Benjamin Trent says Garlinghouse and company are financial gangsters. Con men talking about the train going back to the station. Tommy Thompson, speaking of the train, helps the channel. Thank you very much, Tommy Thompson. And thank you very much, Trick, yesterday for supporting the stream. Tom says, choo-choo, bitches, here we go again. Back at the station, same old shit. God, is it frustrating. And we saw that once we had the confirmation of the cancel of the meeting, XRP's price went down quite a bit. But we're still above 60 cents, but man, that 63.5 is elusive. Let's get into it and see what's happening in the news. Bitcoin sitting at 64,577. ETH is 3183. BNB's at 572, while Sol next for the ETF market's at 169. Sol was at 180 not too long ago. XRP down 6% in the last 24 hours, sitting at 60.6. But I got to be honest with you, the price of XRP I'm not too upset with because the rest of the market has heavily pulled back, while XRP is maintaining. Speaking of pulling back, you're getting rich with less than 10 cent XLM. All right, so what's going on right now? I want to show you this screen right here. This is the volume of the market over the last year, okay? You can see we had some peaks in that March time, but it has since really gone down. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Now, this is the 1 month chart. Check it out. Even in the 1 month, you can see that we're kind of on this downtrend overall with volume. We have been holding some floors in volume around the 50 billion mark, but it hasn't been anything too exciting. Bitcoin dips below 64,000 amid the Fed and Middle East tensions. We watched it yesterday live. There were some technical difficulties. I admit it. My dog yanked out the cord during the stream, blew out my sound. I then lost my feedback monitors on top of it. I had zero sound on my feedback monitors. It was just a mess, but y'all stuck with it. You watched live. Now, there was a big thing, though, with Jerome's decision yesterday. Yes, he paused, but he says, you know what? We might be ready for the next one in September. The price movement followed the Federal Open Markets Committee decision to keep interest rates steady at 5.25 to 5.50, a move anticipated by the market. We called it. Powell said the economy is growing at a solid pace with promising indicators for GDP and private domestic final purchases. Inflation has significantly decreased. We are dedicated to bring inflation back down to our 2% target that benefits everyone. Powell also went on to say that a reduction in our policy rate could be on the table as early as the next meeting in September. Now, if the Fed were to cut rates in September, that would give a big boost to the Democrats because you would get a pre-election pump, and the Dems could go out there and be like, look, see, we're turning it around. See, look, rates are being lowered on our watch. Jerome Powell does not pause. Will he overcook the turkey and make the economy go stale? Now, here's the deal, though. On Thursday, the Bank of England cut rates by a quarter point. I can't talk today. We also saw that the Bank of Canada also cut in June. That was their second rate cut. So, dude, come on, Fed, what are you doing right now? The SEC meeting, that's been canceled. As always, any article you see in this video, along with all other ones, will be linked in the description below. The meeting, Thursday, August 1st. Hey, that's today. That's right. You hit the subscribe button at 2 p.m. has been canceled. Got it right here. Squashing the fears of an SEC Ripple settlement. Now, when we look at the price here up on the screen, you could see that over the last 24 hours, we were at that 65 and change mark, and we've since pulled back to 61. Let's take it on to the candlesticks, go to the 15-minute, and see how things look overall. Check it out. There's your play right here. And again, 63.5, we were able to break it. You saw it right here. This candlestick got the momentum through it. Tried touching that 66 action. Could not hold it twice. Pulled back even further since. But look at the good news. Holding onto the floor. That 60 cent price range seems to be pretty strong when it comes to the Torres action. Looking at the greater heat map, you can look at it and be like, okay, I get exactly what you're talking about. Bitcoin has pulled back heavier. Sol has pulled back heavier. ETH has pulled back heavier. And in fact, let's do this. Let's swing it on over to here. Give me a second real quick. And let's see how the cryptos have looked compared in the last 7 days. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Last 7 days, it has not been the best at all for the entire market. Now, XRP price, we're holding floor. Couldn't hold that 65 and change. We're still waiting for Torres. We got cancellation of the meeting with the SEC. Overall, the market's volume is very down. Overall, the market is in red, but XRP is holding its floor. But yes, your comments are correct. Choo choo, bitches. The train is back at the station. So now tell me this is not frustrating. But at the same time, though, this isn't bad because XRP is holding its floor support while the rest of the market is just pulling on down. Middle East tensions firing up? Yes. Jerome Powell and the Fed being stingy? Yes. We've seen Europe and other countries lower rates, but right now the market is focusing on the Fed. Why? Because the Fed triggers rate actions in tons of countries across the globe. So when the Fed lowers rates, raises rates, pauses, a bunch of other central banks out there go, we're going to do exactly the same thing. Speaking of the same thing, it appears that XRP is going back to the station, but I got to tell you, I think back to the station is lower prices. I think back to the station is more the low 50-cent mark, to be honest with you. Because holding above 60 has been a good move considering how the rest of the market has looked this last month. And I got to be honest with you, in this last month, some of you short-term XRP holders have made some crazy bank buying in at the 40-cent mark and being able to sell at the 60-cent mark, making over 40% gains. Where else can you get 40% gains in 1 month? Now, for my boys and gals out there that are stacking, do you really want to stack at 60 cents? I mean, knowing that XRP has been well below 60 for a long time, this isn't stacking territory, is it? Nope, we are in consolidation phase right now. As the highs have been tested, the lows are holding, and we're waiting for Torres to get her groove on. Torres and Cody Co are both silent, so I've got a question to ask you. Who's going to come out first? Is it Torres or is it Cody Co? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, what am I doing today? Well, I cooked it super hard yesterday. I've got my electrolyte drink in hand, along with a little bit of special sauce thrown in there, which is absolutely disgusting, but it's going to help me recover because I pushed it absolutely hard. I had a massive threshold workout yesterday in peak heat, and it beat my ass. So today, I'm going to go to the gym, and I'm going to work out indoors for a few hours. Now, while I'm doing that, I got to do some stretches and mobility work. While I do that, I use my phone a lot. How about you text me, message me, drop a comment down below, an email, give me something to read while I'm doing my mobility and stretching work. I'd greatly appreciate it. You cool cats? Have a great rest of your day. Choo choo, bitches. Cody Co is still silent.